It's finished. City won, Liverpool won. A dramatic end-to-end game. Liverpool scrape a draw in the final 10-15 minutes with a beautiful Trent strike. They look really good in the final 5, 10, 15 minutes. But really, I think City will be ruining a few mistakes on personal level, on a kind of sporting level. In terms of, I think the midfield at points didn't control the game enough. Defensive lapses, for sure. And the big one, of course, another refereeing decision. I'm not going to blame it on the draw, because I think Liverpool fans would probably say he deserved the draw maybe on merit. But there is a moment where Alisson is apparently fouled by, I think it's Akanji and or Haaland. Nowhere near a foul in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and would love the opportunity for you to subscribe if you haven't already. Would be very much appreciated my side. Very keen to see what you think as well, especially if you're a Liverpool fan. Did you deserve the draw? Let's just start off with the first half. I think it was a game lacking real quality. I think this shows that both City and Liverpool are still great sides, but sides that are in transition, because I don't think Liverpool at points dominated the game. They didn't look their ferocious best. I didn't think Nunes worked. I didn't think Jota worked. Salah had a quiet game. So, and especially the midfield for Liverpool that usually works so hard, covers so much ground, that it creates these abilities for the front three of Liverpool to get so much further forward, because they win the ball high, and their defensive shape is so good that Liverpool get these opportunities that the likes of Mane and Firmino used to get because of the work of Henderson and Fabinho. I don't think McAllister's there. I don't think Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai are there yet at the top level games, because City fans will tell you they used to smash us with their work rate through midfield, their power in the middle of the park. I didn't see enough of it today to suggest that Liverpool are back to where they used to be, getting 97-point seasons, but they're on the right track. They really are. I thought there were some really good moments today from that midfield. I'm just trying to make the point that I think both sides are a lot closer to transitional seasons than I think we give them credit for, because let's talk from a City perspective. A 1-1 draw at home, a draw with Chelsea, a loss to Arsenal. These aren't good results for City. Look, beating United, but they're rubbish anyway, is obviously a good one. It's not to say City can't go on to win the league. It's not to say City can't go on to have a fantastic season. It's not to say, as a City fan myself, I expect these incredibly high standards back-to-back, treble winning seasons, or even 4 in a row. We're on cloud nine as City fans even saying that, but the standard that saw City win the treble, it is an observation for football fans to see where this side are now. And they're not the same, this City side. The midfield has got a lot of work that needs doing to it. Obviously, Kovacic didn't play today. There's a kind of question mark about that midfield that's replacing İlkay Gundogan, replacing De Bruyne when he's not available, especially as he gets into his early 30s, mid-30s. What is the midfield? Is it just give it to Rodri and hope for the best? Because it felt like that at points. I know Bernardo Silva dropped in at points. I know Akanji was playing there, but I don't think this is ideal long term. I think John Stones is just about good enough as a centre back to say basically I'm a midfielder. I think he's just enough. But Akanji, I don't think he had a bad game, Manuel Akanji. But we're talking getting results against the highest standard teams in world football. You don't want Akanji next to Rodri. You want Rodri next to Modric. You want Rodri next to Xavi in terms of standard. And I'm not saying City deserve that all the time, but you need world-class players throughout your squad. Real Madrid have got Bellingham, they got Modric, they got Tchouaméni, they got Camavinga, Valverde. Man City have got Rodri, De Bruyne. We've let go of İlkay Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva still picks at little parts of his role. I don't think Phil Foden's taken enough of the game by the scruff of the net today to suggest he's a midfielder. So what I'm trying to get at is I think that the Man City midfield isn't quite there yet to win these games, to win 11-10 in a row. And I think Liverpool have started their transition as well. Let's just talk about some positives for Liverpool. I thought there was a good performance in there from particularly Szoboszlai. I think he covered ground very, very well. I think the front three were quite mute. I think Nunes created chances, don't get me wrong. I actually have to say Matip was great today. I think he handled Doku very, very well. Behind him, Alisson, Trent, not incredible performances. I think Trent was getting spun around by Doku and sent to the corner shop for a pint of milk, semi-skimmed. That's how bad I think it was for Trent. I think it showed a lot about why you can't put him as a right back for England. You can't put him in midfield because he's not being trusted to play there at the moment for Liverpool. And yet he comes up with a very, very big goal with the kind of arrogance to kind of shush City fans. And it was kind of a big game moment player. And from a big player, I mean, a big moment from a big player. So fair enough to Trent. It was a great strike. Let's talk about City's goal. Nathan Ake obviously does a beautiful bit of work to get past two defenders for Liverpool. Really, really poor defender from their standpoint. Is it Curtis Jones? I think he breezes past. I'm not sure. But it's really, it's poor to let Nathan Ake get that far, feed it into Haaland. Haaland scuffs it. The ball actually got given to City because of Alisson giving the ball away. So that would be a frustration for Jurgen Klopp. I think Alisson had probably the worst performance, maybe the worst performance in a Liverpool shirt I've ever seen. That's the honest truth. So Alisson has a lot to improve on. He has a lot to do. And I think that standard wasn't quite good enough for Alisson. Great finish for Haaland. He's the quickest player in Premier League history to score 50 Premier League goals. Nearly 20 quicker games than Andy Cole, which says a lot about the standard. He's the kind of the quality of legends that he is and now in the company of already, Erling Haaland. He is now, if he stays in the Premier League, he'll be getting towards those records 1,000,000%. It was a great little finish, but same time, he hits the corner, he scuffs it, hits the ground. Alisson should be doing better, in my opinion. Ball comes in. Corner. No one's touching Alisson, really. Basically, if you're a football fan and you know, can I be shoulder to shoulder with someone with my arms raised to move, not pushing? Is that a foul? It's not a foul in my opinion. It's really not a foul in my opinion. And that's really frustrating that keepers get so much protection. It's very, very cheap. It's very, very poor. And very, very frustrating because City really deserved it. I'd say City probably deserved the 2-0 win. Maybe there's a 2-1 in there because of Trent's brilliant strike. Can't take that away from him. But it does feel again that the refereeing in this country is taking the impetus, the energy out of a game, because it gave Liverpool the wrong decision has now allowed Liverpool 5-10 yards up the pitch. And it happens week in, week out. Happening, you know, Chelsea Spurs, happening Spurs Liverpool. And it's altering the face of the Premier League. It's altering the results that we're seeing in the division. It's really frustrating. Some really poor defending from City. The ball comes out to Trent. Wasn't dealt with very well from the City back line. And he puts his foot through it in a classic Trent traditional kind of strike that we're used to seeing throughout the last 7 years. Absolutely superb. He is a fantastic talent. And he has done a lot for Liverpool in the last few years. And getting these kind of goals from these positions is a big moment for him. He keeps Liverpool in a title race. Obviously, Arsenal can go top if they beat Brentford. As I'm recording, I don't know the score. Don't slag me off if Arsenal top. Liverpool have now got a point away from home at the Etihad in a near fortress. In footballing terms, City's record at the Etihad has been absolutely incredible. City's record against Liverpool in the last few years has been absolutely incredible as well. So a 1-1 draw is a benefit to Liverpool. It's a bonus. It's a +1 for them. It feels like 2 points drop for City, and it's very, very frustrating in that regard because I think City, you know, if we didn't deserve the draw, didn't deserve a win, I'd be saying it here. I'd be saying it. I usually do. But we deserved a 2-0 scoreline. We deserved one more goal than we got, and it got unfairly ruled out, in my opinion. I think it puts Liverpool in a very strong position to keep going, keep learning, keep transitioning into this new Jurgen Klopp era. Jurgen Klopp 2.0 is coming around, and getting a point against City is a very, very good, fair result for them nonetheless. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We really appreciate it. I'll be doing tons of content around this weekend's Premier League action. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.